We're done with the Alliance, we're coming to the Horde. Welcome to patch 1.30 Orc balance changes. They got hit pretty hard in 1.29 with the Blademaster change. Got the Farseer buff, but people still play the Blademaster, so a lot of people were complaining, like, what do we get for that Blademaster nerf? I think Orcs are still holding on pretty strong, but let's see how that will change in patch 1.30, or the PTR. Supposedly PTR changes for patch 1.30. Here we go. We start with the Blademaster once again, and yeah, seems like Blizzard doesn't like them too much because his base agility got reduced from 24 to 22. That means to get the damage of the 1.29 Blademaster, you need a circlet. And they bought a circlet anyway. So what will we see? Will we see 2 circlet Blademasters now? Do you have to invest more? Do you have to creep more? Because, yeah, 2 damage doesn't seem too much, but it's also 2 points of, like, not 2 points of attack speed, but it's reduced attack speed as well. So Blademaster DPS got lowered. On the other side, he can walk through items now. He can't get blocked. That was a little bug that got fixed, so that might help. Does it mean that he can't pop into bases now? I think so. So that's good, because people abused it a lot, and yeah, I hope that is fixed with that. A unit that many people said needs to change is Headhunters. To be honest, I'm not sure if they approached it the right way, but we'll see about that. Because, as you can see, the changes are a lot about hit points. And what many orcs complained is, where's my damage in the late game? And a pretty normal idea to buff it was with Headhunters, to buff Headhunter damage. Or range, at least, so they are a little safer. Blizzard didn't touch that at all. Like, the normal Headhunters got a 25 HP buff, the Berserkers got a 25 HP buff, and when they use their Berserk mode, it's not like they take 50% increased damage, but only 40%. And if you use Troll Regeneration, you get more HP back as well. So this Headhunter change is all about tankiness and not about damage. So of course, they stay on the field longer, they will do more total damage before they die, but you don't have that burst damage that you need to kill stuff, I guess. And that could be a problem. Because we see that a little bit more in the Orc army. One thing that I totally don't understand, and I have no idea why they did that, is to buff Bad Riders. Bad Riders have, in our metagame, basically one purpose, and that is laming with liquid fire. And everybody hates that, except like the Orcs who play it. And now they buff it by like 20%? Why the fuck would you do that? I don't understand, really. And that's bad. Like, I think that's just bad. If you're under the effect of liquid fire, you're not that much slowed anymore, or your attack speed doesn't lower too much. But I think that is not the issue with this spell, or with this ability. So, what I did with the Bad Rider, I totally don't like it. If you're of a different opinion, let me know. Then maybe I don't see that value. Shamans got buffed as well, in like 3 different parts. More HP, more damage, it's like 5% HP and like 23% more damage. That seems big, but it actually isn't, because it's like 10 to 11 damage, it's nothing. Purge is a little cheaper now. Will we see it against Water Elementals? I don't think so. I don't know, they have less HP now, so maybe you can work with it, but I'm not too sure that we will see more Purge or more early Shamans to counter an early Water Elemental push. And that is due to another reason. I don't think we will see Shamans at all. And that is because the Tauren Totem is available on tier 2 now. That is pretty sick, and that is for a reason, because the Spirit Walkers are now trained in the Tauren Totem. And of course the upgrades as well. So, gone from the Spirit Lodge. Spirit Lodge only has Shamans and Witch Doctors now. Tauren Totems has Walkers and Taurens, of course. Taurens still at tier 3, but the Totem is there on tier 2, so a transition to Taurens is easier and shouldn't cost too much. So that will change a lot, I think. Of course, I don't see a reason to build a Spirit Lodge anymore. Purge, okay. Lightning Shield, you don't need that. Bloodlust, maybe in 4-4 or FFA, but not in 1-on-1 for sure. Witch Doctor was nice to have for like wards and stuff, But do you want to skip on a bestiary or a Tauren Totem for that? I don't think so. And I don't think you can afford a 4th production building with barracks, bestiary, Tauren Totem, and then Spirit Lodge. Many orcs complained about the lack of damage. Maybe Tauren will bring that damage that is necessary, but against Night Elf, they're... If you play against Dots, makes no sense to go Tauren. If you play against Undead, sorry, they will have Destroys, I guess. So Tauren's also not that good. Against Human, will we ever see tier 3 Orc there? So rare. So I don't think this will change too much, except for the fact that we won't see Witch Doctors anymore at all. And we won't see a Spirit Lodge, of course, because we will see more Tauren Totems, but that's just stylistic, I guess. I don't know if that's the right approach, to be honest. What do you think? Will this change a lot? Do I underestimate Tauren in some matchup? Maybe against Undead I do. But that would flip a lot. So, that was about units and heroes and buildings. Now we have a few other changes. Speed scroll no longer works on Goblin Zappers. That is one of the best patch notes in this entire patch, I feel. It was just imbalanced. It was simply imbalanced. And now it's not working anymore, so that's a very good change. Another thing that could be imbalanced is reinforced defenses. Reduced cost, I don't know why really. Because it wasn't too expensive for the value. And it's now available on tier 2. That's sick. That could fuck with the pushes of humans against their base. Same for Night Elf. Old school undeads try to push into bases, I guess. That's not possible anymore. Like, it will delay some timings, or it will come in late on tier 2, but it will be there on tier 2. And then orc bases are basically unbreakable. Gonna be interesting. That is, I think, the biggest change for orcs in all of 1.30. Reinforced defenses on tier 2. It's strong. Spike barricades, yeah, got a little cheaper, but come on, that's not really of interest, right? Nobody's using it, nobody will use it, so I don't see value of that. How do you like the orc changes? How do you like the Spirit Walkers and the Tauren Totem? How do you like reinforced defenses on tier 2? How do you like the next Blademaster nerf? Do you think orcs are balanced now? Are they coming out stronger out of 1.30 or weaker? I think they're slightly stronger, but not too much. I think it's pretty fair, except for the reinforced defenses. But let me know your opinion on orcs, and we will see you for the next video. That is Undead. See you in a bit.